All right, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about WNBA player Caitlin Clark saying that she's benefited from white privilege after being named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year for 2024. Okay, so from Outkick here, the headline says Caitlin Clark says she benefits from white privilege in WNBA. And it goes on to say Caitlin Clark is the biggest star in the WNBA, and thanks to her outstanding college career and professional debut, has become one of the American sports world's biggest stars. She's earned every bit of her success by transcending the sport, giving people a personality to root for, and paying it off with exceptional performance. But even she apparently can't escape the absurdity of woke progressive politics that's infested the WNBA. Clark was named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year for 2024, a reasonable choice considering the impact she's had. But in a lengthy, far ranging interview with Time, she essentially apologized for being white and playing in a league dominated by black players. Quote, I've been able to captivate so many people that have never watched women's sports, let alone women's basketball, and turn them into fans. Clark said, acknowledging that she in particular has had an outsized impact on the WNBA. I want to say I've earned every single thing, but, big but, as a white person, there is privilege, she continued. Well, she really got a good college education there by what she's saying. A lot of those players in the league that have been really good have been black players. This league has kind of been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, and then continue to have brands and companies invest in those players that have made this league incredible, I think it's very important. I have to continue to try to change that. The more we can elevate black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing. Okay, so let me get this straight. Caitlin Clark, as far as we know, as a heterosexual white woman in a league dominated by homosexual black women, is somehow privileged. Really? Well, she wasn't treated that way, at least by her fellow players. Now I don't even watch a WNBA. I don't even follow the WNBA, but based on the things that I've seen, she was not treated very well by her fellow players in the WNBA. She was fouled. She was played very harshly against, um, and many people would say that she was mistreated, despite the fact that she's bringing so much money, so much attention, so many eyeballs on the WNBA than more so than they've ever seen in their almost 30-year history. Okay, and in case you didn't know it, the WNBA has been underwritten. It's been subsidized by the NBA for its entire history. Okay, the WNBA has never turned a profit. Okay, that may change in the next few years, but as of now, the WNBA has never actually had to exist based on its own merit. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. And largely, at least as best as I can tell, Caitlin Clark has been not particularly political in her presentation since she's really burst onto the scene, both in college and now in the professional ranks. And for Caitlin Clark, I'm pretty sure she was advised to say this. I don't really think that this is actually coming from her heart. I don't know if it's her agent. I don't know if it's her family, or other people, advisors, or whoever you want to say around her. Somebody's put this in her mind for her to come out and say this, even though it's a bunch of nonsense. Okay, it's a bunch of nonsense. There's no way, shape, matter, or form that Caitlin Clark came up with these ideas on her own. Okay, that's just a fact. Um, by all accounts, she seems like a pretty decent person. So it's really disappointing to hear these things coming out of her mouth, because a lot of the people that have come on to her path to the WNBA and followed her aren't into this whole progressive woke ideology. So if she really continues talking like this, she's going to turn a lot of people off. And you know what? People can tune out the WNBA just like that, just like that. And if they were smart, I think the powers that be at the WNBA would advise her not to get political, okay? Because the WNBA can't afford to lose any fans that they have because they don't really have that many fans to begin with, okay? And even though their ratings, their revenue has increased, it's still not anywhere where it should be for a professional sports league in the United States. So my advice, my advice to Caitlin Clark would be stay out of politics. I mean, don't say stuff that doesn't truly come from your heart because Caitlin, this is not coming from your heart. This is absolutely not coming from your heart. So get some new people around you that are going to give you some actual good advice and tell you things as they actually are, not as they think they should be. So in any case, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.